respected Vice President Prasanna Kumar Garu. Honestly, when his name was read out, I was very envious because all of you clapped more for him. That shows he's clearly a very popular figure. And when we are sitting, Ganta Srinivas Garu was feeling very insecure. Prasanna Kumar Garu రాజకీయాల్లోకి వచ్చేస్తారేమో అని భయపడాం మేము అందరం. So to all the dignitaries on the dais, to fellow members of the Legislative Assembly, to the Honorable Minister, to all the professionals in front of me, a very warm welcome to Visakhapatnam. It gives me immense joy to join you here at the Ardha Samriddhi 2025. ICAI is not just about balance sheets. It's about building a balance of society. You are not only auditors of accounts, but you are auditors of accountability. You are not just record keepers of finance, but you are architects of nation building. Where there is trust in numbers, growth will happen in that nation. And that trust rests with all of you who are seated in front of me. You know, as HRD Minister, I'm really excited to be part of such wonderful conferences. You know, honestly, I'm envious because I really wish we had such conferences for members of legislative assemblies or even for ministers. Because one thing I believe that's constant in life is learning. If you look at all the great leaders in our country across sectors, one thing I've noticed that's common with them is their curiosity to always learn. You know, I had the great opportunity to meet the Honorable Prime Minister, sir, one-on-one. At the same time, I get to spend a lot of time with our Honorable Chief Minister. One thing I noticed common among them is their curiosity to always learn. They are willing to listen. And I believe that this conference will play a very, very important role in enriching you in that journey of learning. As Visakhapatnam, it is our jewel for Andhra Pradesh. It is the capital for IT, medical devices manufacturing, pharma, and even the deep water port ecosystem that we are building out here. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nara Garu, if Vizag grows, only then will Andhra Pradesh grow. And we are committed to the growth of Visakhapatnam. You know, we are all very proud that Prasanna Kumar Garu hails from Visakhapatnam. It is very unfortunate that he is not visiting us a lot more. I'll request sir to spend a lot more time visiting us. Definitely I have a lot of asks from you. I'll come to it at the end of my speech. But it's really exciting to see a Telugu person lead the ecosystem going forward. And we look forward to your leadership and guidance here from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Today we are at the cusp of the next industrial revolution. And there are always two sides of a coin to every industrial revolution. One side of the coin is the fear of losing jobs. The other side of the coin is every industrial revolution has created more jobs than it has replaced. Countries that have embraced industrial revolution have always benefited out of it. India is a great beneficiary of the IT revolution. That is where we were able to jump the entire manufacturing revolution and go straight to services. Today that opportunity is again in front of us in AI. And as a state and as a nation, we should embrace AI and take things forward. AI is here. AI is going to transform the sectors that we are all working in. As a political party, we have actually deployed AI on our entire database. We are running AI algorithms on our library, digital library, where we want to give access to our leaders, where including press notes with proper references, with proper data sets, they will be able to generate and give it out to the media. And also when we are having any discussions in the assembly, we want to enable them to have a meaningful debate and discussion using AI as a tool. So as a political party, we have embraced, as CAs, you also have to embrace AI. And it will definitely transform our sectors going forward. You know, as a state, we are all about speed of doing business. If you look at, TCS coming to Visakhapatnam, Cognizant coming to Visakhapatnam, or even Google setting up one of the largest data centers in the world here in Visakhapatnam, all these were possible because we delivered on our promise of speed of doing business. This is core to this government, this administration. We believe that IT, pharma, green energy, aerospace and food processing will play a very, very important role here in Visakhapatnam. Balanced regional growth is something that's very, very important. And as a state, we believe that there should be one capital, but development should definitely be decentralized. And policies are not just about a piece of paper, but I look forward to all the CAs enabling us to actually implement the policies. As the Honorable Vice Chairman Gar just said, it's very important that we actually implement it ethically and in the right spirit. So if there is someone who helps navigate all these policies, it is the CAs here. If there's someone who enables the entrepreneur to navigate all the regulations, it is the CAs here. And as the Honorable MSME Minister has just stated, you play a very important role in creating the ecosystem. And as the state government here, we are willing to support you through and through. As in the world we see everyone talking about the big fours. And time has come for India to challenge it. I believe that Andhra Pradesh and India has that intellectual horsepower to create the next big accounting firm, the next big auditing firm. And I request the leadership on the dais to sort of work in this direction. I think time has now come where Indians can not only serve India, but can serve the global economy and play a very, very important role. And under your leadership, we look forward to taking this initiative forward. I was jokingly saying, there are CAs and then there are friends of CAs. I'm a friend of CA. There is no way I would have qualified as a CA. Your exams are extremely tough. You have to always learn. It's not an easy journey, but you play a very, very important role. I think I'm one of the very few who's fortunate to make the transition from the private sector to public service. At Heritage, back then when I joined, we were going through a very tough time. We had retail, and of course we had the dairy business. And when we are finalizing the accounts, there's always going to be a tussle between management and the chartered accountants. It could be the internal auditors, it could be the statutory auditors, but in our company it is always the internal auditors and statutory auditors who had the last say, because the chairman of the board used to be D. Sitaramaya Garu. And Sitaramaya Garu is a well-renowned chartered accountant, and I have learnt a lot from Sitaramaya Garu, and today if I can analyze balance sheets well, it is because of his guidance to me personally. Andhra Pradesh as a state is going to go through really exciting transformation. We aspire to be a $2.4 trillion economy by 2047. What we as a state want to achieve is decentralized development. If you look at Anantapur, we want it to be the automotive capital of India. North Anantapur and Kurnool will be the renewable energy capital for India. If you look at electronics manufacturing, we're bringing it to Kadapa and Chittoor district. Nellore already has a lot of diversified manufacturing, but all of here will be surprised to know that currently 50% of the air conditioners manufactured in India comes out of Nellore district. LG, I laid foundation to the LG plant. Daikin is going to come. They're expanding their commercial facility. With these two, close to 70% of commercial and industrial air conditioning will actually be manufactured here in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Yesterday I was in Bombay and I got to meet the top 5 business houses. And we're working with Reliance closely to make Prakasam district the CBG, compressed biogas capital of India. So that project is also moving exceptionally fast. Krishna and Guntur is where the capital city Amravati is, and that is going to be the quantum valley for South Asia. East-West Godavari districts are well known for aqua, We're going to continue to support them and not only just look at basic processing, but look at tertiary processing happening here in Andhra Pradesh and exporting finished products not only to US but different parts of the world. Of course, North Andhra is going to go through amazing transformation. I mean, with Bogapuro Airport going to start in the next 1 year, you will see amazing transformation happening here in Visakhapatnam, Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam districts. There are huge investments coming in the pharma sector, IT sector, medical devices, even in the ports. There are huge investments now coming about. So here I would request all the CAs to play a very important role in this transformative journey that Andhra Pradesh is going to take forward. And beyond the compliances, it's very important that ESG is here and all of us have to play a very important role. And to all the CAs here, I'm sure our professions will take us to different parts of the country and different parts of the world. Please be brand ambassadors of Andhra Pradesh. We are here to support you, support the companies that you want to bring here to invest in Andhra Pradesh. And as you see the entire leadership here, we are young, we are hungry. If there's one thing that's another transformation that's happening, it's also in the politics of Andhra Pradesh. If you look at it, out of the 164 MLAs that you elected for the NDA government, 50% are first-time MLAs. Out of the 25 ministers, including the Honorable Chief Minister, out of 25 ministers, 17 are first-time ministers. So what we bring is raw energy, hunger to serve our state. And we are here to do only one thing, make Andhra Pradesh number one across any sectors that we operate in. So to the Honorable Vice President of ICAI, Prasanna Kumar Garu, I have some specific requests, borderline demands, because మీరు తెలుగు వారు కనుక నేను డిమాండ్ చేయగలుగుతాను అనుకుంటున్నా. ప్రధానంగా we have to build a center of excellence where we can showcase the intersection of AI and accounting and audit. And I believe that that center of excellence should happen from the data city here in Visakhapatnam. So I look forward to working with you on that. The second specific ask I have is, all of you are aware that we are seeing a tariff war. And in this tariff war, there are sectors that are going to face a lot of headwind. And I believe every crisis is an opportunity. And this is something that our leader Chandrababu Naidu Garu has taught us really hard. It could be Government of India, it could be Government of Andhra Pradesh. There, under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji Garu, and here under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, we want to work with all of you to look at our entire regulatory framework. What I would request, sir, is let's take a 100-day action plan. Let's look at every possible law, every regulatory framework that is here, and actually question it, challenge it. If you look at it, we are the first state that has brought in labor reforms. We have passed an ordinance. We are the first state to abolish Nala. First state in the country. We have done it. Ordinance has come out. So we are ready here. We are ready to transform ourselves. So let's look at if you can create a small working group. And Honorable Commerce Minister Piyush ji also requested this from us. So I need your support to sort of look at every law possible, and we will give you the required AI help. So I'm working with the Tony Blair Institute to find the foremost expert in AI governance, and who can enable us to sort of look at each and every law possible and see what are those redundant frameworks that are there that enable politicians and bureaucrats to harass entrepreneurs, and we have to put a full stop to it. So I need your support, I need your guidance to do it. So it's merely not about Andhra Pradesh. I believe that this is something that India truly needs and India deserves. This crisis will give us an opportunity to push these reforms, if I may. India has always brought in reforms when we are pushed to the wall. So the economic reforms that happened in the 90s came out of crisis. And I believe we are going through another set of crisis and we can bring in strong reforms. If all of us have followed the Honorable Prime Minister's speech during Independence Day, he specifically spoke about a task force. And the task force has been already constituted under the Cabinet Secretary. And the Cabinet Secretary is leading initiative at the federal level, at the central government level. But Government of India has also realized that end of the day reforms still have to be implemented at the state. There are numerous concurrent subjects, there are subjects that are more state-specific. So we look forward to working with you on transforming our entire regulatory framework. That is my second ask. And third ask is a word that we have coined, which is ease of living. So day-to-day interactions between government and the citizen should be seamless, friction-free. We are the first state that brought in 700 services on a single WhatsApp number, and we call it Manamitra. But I believe that's just the beginning. Since you interact with the entire ecosystem and you understand really where the pain points are with the state government, we would love you to constitute again a working group, if I may, and share with us saying, Lokesh, here are the 10 things, 20 things, 100 things that we need to change. And as real-time governance minister, I'm really excited to transform all that and truly deliver on the promise of ease of living. So under your leadership, I would request that all these three be delivered to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And definitely we are here to learn. We are here to learn from Punjab. We are here to learn from Gujarat. We are here to learn from even Bihar. There's nothing wrong. I have no qualms. I believe that every state has centers of excellence. Every state is trying to do something unique, something different. And I believe that we have to learn. And, in my openings remarks, I said, one thing that's constant in life is learning. So if there's something that you have seen that other states are doing well, and it's something that fits well for Andhra Pradesh, we are willing to learn, we are willing to implement it, and out of that implementation, of course, take the learnings to different parts of the country. So with this, I'd like to thank all of you for inviting me, having me here. It's really exciting to be part of this ecosystem. Just before I conclude, one thing I would request all of you here, I see a lot of youngsters here. If there's one thing that's missing these days is resilience. I'll again repeat, resilience. In our journey, in our life, we're going to have multiple turns. What's happening today is that majority of us are not having that kind of resilience. Small speed breaker, we're getting too worried. We're getting flustered. And some of them are even taking extreme steps. In the end of the day, I would request all the youngsters to have a clear goal set out in your life. Saying that, okay, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? I say this because I went through this journey. In 2019, I contested from a seat called Mangalgiri that Telugu Desam party hasn't won for almost 40 years. I think last time we won it was in 1985. So I had the audacity to think that 21 days before election, if I go there, I'll win the seat. I lost. I lost it with 5,300 votes. A lot of people made fun of me. A lot of people said, he can't even win one election, so what's going to happen? I never bothered about it. I said, I have a goal. My goal is very clear. I have to again win that constituency in 5 years, and nothing will take me away from that goal. And that was the agenda with which I worked for 5 years. And touch wood. And touch wood, people recognized it. People were kind. Voters of Mangalgiri were very kind. I have close to about 270,000 voters, and I won that seat with 91,000 majority. Why am I sharing my failure and success with you? That is life. That is life. So build that resilience, take the road less traveled, and believe me, it is the most rewarding experience that you will have. Because a lot of people advised me not to contest from Mangalgiri the second time. A lot of people told Brahmani, please tell Lokesh to also file nomination in a second seat, just as a backup. So I told Brahmani only one thing. The day I do it, I would have accepted defeat. I said, good or bad, I've chosen a path. Let me see this through. I want to challenge the entire system on why really can't deliver. And people were very kind. They blessed me. Honestly, I didn't have the satisfaction of having the highest majority because Visakhapatnam people gave first and second here. Even now, I have that grouse against you, boss. That much I can say. I have grouse against you. First one is Gajuwaka. Palla Srinas Garki. I think almost 95,000. 94,000 majority. So when I heard, I got 91,000 and I was all excited in the boardroom. My PA, I think, is here lingering around. He came and told me, he said, boss, sorry. Done, Gajuwaka beat you. I said, chalo yaar, second place. Not bad, okay. Unfortunate. So I went, I took the certificate from the returning officer. I came out and I was about to give a press meet. Then my PRO came, tapped my shoulder and said, boss, you're now number 3. I said, what happened? He said, then Bhimli beat you. So, unfortunately, I'm number 3. But we owe a lot to Visakhapatnam. As a political party, even in 2019, you have blessed us. You really re-elected all our MLAs here. It means a lot. We owe a lot to Visakhapatnam. And rest assured, in the next 4 years, you will see a very transformed Visakhapatnam under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Chief Minister. And last point before I conclude, because whenever I talk about Visakhapatnam, I get excited. All of you know we did Yogandhra. I'm sure a few of you cursed us because you had a lot of traffic challenges. But I must admire the spirit of Visakhapatnam. It is not easy to wake up at 3 in the morning to come do yoga on the beach road just because the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Chief Minister made a call. But people of Visakhapatnam showed up. 3 lakh people, kid you not, 3 lakh people did yoga. And I believe that is the way we stand with our Honorable Prime Minister. When the entire world put us in tough times, Visakhapatnam stood by him, Andhra Pradesh stood by him, and it means a lot. If you look at it, the Honorable Prime Minister came back to Visakhapatnam twice in the first year. And if you look at, if there's a reason Google is coming to Visakhapatnam, apart from the hard work we're doing here, the Honorable Prime Minister has enabled a lot of reforms at the central level to bring Google to Visakhapatnam. So we owe the Honorable Prime Minister a lot. And for me personally, hats off to the people of Visakhapatnam for your resilience, your commitment, and any call that the Honorable Chief Minister gives, all of you really show up in big numbers and stand by him. We really appreciate it. You've definitely won a place in our heart, and we will deliver. And next 4 years, you will definitely see a transformed Visakhapatnam. With this, I'll take leave from all of you. Thank you very much for giving me this amazing opportunity. And Jai Hind.